Yes, I think it's recording now. Yeah, so feel free to put on the chat where you're joining us from, be it Pretoria, Cape Town, Johannesburg. We look forward to hosting all of you on Monday next week for the hackathon. So we can just get started as I walk you through what we have in store for you for the info session. Once again, thank you for joining us and for joining on time. For today's agenda, we have this introduction, and then we have an amazing keynote from Nehali, who will walk us through just the idea around the challenge, and she's joining us from Beyond Dot Representation. And we have an introduction to Zindi. So for those who have not interacted with Zindi before, I'm going to show you the platform, and also I'm going to walk you through what you need to expect during the hack day. So I hope you're excited for that. And in case you have any questions, we will be able to answer it during the session. And if not, we'll definitely reach out through email before the day of the hackathon. Nice. So I'll just briefly highlight what the challenge is about. That is just the topic we'll be tackling. We'll be tackling the service delivery hotspots challenge, which will be more of a multi-class classification of service delivery failures, illustrating how this intersects to cause losses in quality of life. And what this generally entails is we know a lot and millions of people in South Africa, mostly dense populated province, still face unreliable access to basic services every day. So for some households, this means no piped water. For others, it means relying on pit latrine, living without electricity. I've had a lot of the word called load shedding a lot from South Africa. So I would say that is a real problem, or struggling to access a doctor or school. So these challenges often overlap. A family living in an informal settlement may experience several service delivery gaps at the same time, not just one. And understanding where these gaps exist, how they intersect, and what drives them is essential for helping government and partners direct resources to the communities and that need them the most. So the insights from this challenge could support smarter, fairer decisions about where and how to invest in service delivery across Gauteng. And this challenge was made possible with the support of Google. So I hope you guys are looking forward to this challenge. It's going to definitely impact just the community at large within Johannesburg. So yeah, for the session today, we have an introduction just to building with Google AI from Nehali. She'll introduce herself and tell us if it's called what it is, and then she can walk us through her presentation before we jump into the platform and how the challenge will work. To you, Nehali.
Thank you so much, Delilah, and thank you everyone for joining us this evening. I'm also in Nairobi at the moment, from one very city to another, but we'll be joining you in, I think, also a cold Johannesburg in a few days. But like Delilah was saying, I'm with an organization called Beyond Representation. We work to essentially increase and amplify social impact initiatives across the continent and across the world by bringing together interesting partnerships between unlikely partners. So in this scenario, though I know Google and Zindi have worked together in the past, we have been working with the Google Economic and Community Development team to essentially support some of their investment in local communities, really to advance the vision that anyone that is working, living, studying, or playing within 20 miles of any of Google's operations is able to engage with the whole kind of suite of tools and benefits that Google services can provide. So I know you're going to go into the challenge a bit more in depth shortly, but really I think that's also part of the spirit behind the challenge and the kind of problem statement itself. That this really is a space to think about priorities coming from the community and from participants from across Johannesburg, and thinking about solving the sorts of problems that have direct impacts on people's lives, whether that's load shedding and electricity access, or access to a range of public services. So we're really happy to be able to bring together these partners from, of course, from Zindi to help bring this hackathon to life. Google, who are providing some of the tools and of course the support in order to make this a reality, and then also the GCRO for the use of their data sets to be able to kind of have the opportunity for wider engagement on this kind of problem space. Some of you might be aware of this happening as well, but the hackathon is essentially scheduled to align with the Pan-African Google Cloud Summit, which is taking place on the following day, also in Johannesburg. And really, this is a moment to showcase the amount of leadership coming out of Johannesburg and out of South Africa on innovation, on technology, and on engaging young people in their communities for a whole wealth of economic development opportunities, social impact opportunities, education opportunities, and everything in between. So that's kind of a little bit about the timing as well. We're also really looking forward to seeing, the kind of solutions that or the ideas that the different teams come up with. We will have the opportunity to showcase them with the Google team, and based on that, we're hoping that this is only the start of what will be a much longer journey. We also know that on the margins of this, we are engaging in a variety of events where essentially we were trying to bring together partners from the innovation ecosystem or the education ecosystem in Johannesburg with the various teams. So I'm sure you'll be seeing more coming out on those engagements too. But really, I'll just close with saying that it's really such a pleasure to have the opportunity to be engaged with events like this. I think sometimes we lose the perspective of the things that are really important, and this idea that people embedded within communities are often the best solvers of the problems and the challenges they face. So it's really a wonderful opportunity to be able to kind of bring that sentiment to life, and I'm really looking forward to meeting many of you in person, I hope, and seeing what this hackathon produces. So with that, back to you, Delilah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Nehali, for sharing with us at least what is even happening to the hackathon. And yeah, I'm just going to walk us through where the challenge is going to be. I hope you're excited, guys. Please share on the chat. Yeah, send some emojis on the chat. It's going to be interesting. And do let us know what you can bring from Nairobi. No, we won't bring it, but it's good to just promise we will. Great. So maybe just to walk through who should be participating in this challenge. So this challenge is open for everyone to participate. Are you a data scientist, a university student, a developer, researcher, innovator, just anyone who is interested in AI for social impact? This is a challenge for you. So don't worry that you don't meet the right skills. It is, you'll be able to participate. And if you feel like you can't also participate alone, definitely we'll create room for you to work. That's why we are doing it in person, so that you can interact with others and also be able to form teams and solve the problem through there. So the main point is not only winning but also learning, because you get to learn how to solve such challenges and also how it will impact your community. So I hope that sounds exciting for you. And this is what you should expect on the launch date. Before I jump onto the Zindi platform, just to walk you through how it looks like at the moment. So the session or the hackathon will be on the 29th of June. We will start at 8 a.m. So this is registration to ensure everyone is settled in. And the venue will be at We Think Code in Johannesburg. And I hope everyone knows where that is, or on Google Maps, you can be able to find it. And what you can expect is just chances to win awesome prizes worth 50,000 rand. And we'll have mentors from Google and from Zindi, and I will just have Simanga say hi briefly as I continue. And we'll also have catering, lunch, and refreshment. So you're not coding on an empty stomach. We do not allow that. So yeah, just be sure to join in person, and you'll be able to be catered for. And of course, swag. Yeah, you'll get some swag at least for the hackathon, and you'll get to network with your community in Johannesburg and everyone who will be joining for the hackathon. And yeah, just get to build together and again build the Ubuntu and the momentum of community as we continue. So maybe before I do a brief walkthrough of the Zindi platform, I want to share with you how you can get started on Zindi. But if you have not yet RSVP'd through our Luma, I would suggest you do so right now by scanning this QR code. Only through registration or RSVPing through the Luma will you get access to the challenge. So yeah, please take some time to scan this if you haven't. I can give you like 1 minute so that you RSVP. Yes, it's going to direct you to the waiting list if you had not registered. Yeah, it will direct you to the waiting list, but we can be able to add you after that. So just do that because those are the people who are listed on that list will be able to be added to the challenge. As you do that, I'll have Simanga, who will be one of our mentors, to say hi and tell us where he's joining us from and if he's excited to mentor you during the challenge. Maybe Simanga, you can say hi.
Thank you, Delilia. Hi, everyone. My name is Simanga. I'm in Pretoria. I'm looking forward to be part of a day of hacking and looking forward to your creativity and the work that's we're working together. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Simanga. Looking forward to the session and your support. Great. So now I'm going to walk you briefly through the platform, Zindi. If you have not yet looked at our platform, I'll suggest that to be at least the first step so that when you come for the challenge, it's like a breeze. So you need to be registered on the platform. So just sign up. And you'll be able to have an account. And then here is where you'll find the challenge. Okay, just shortly, for those who haven't been able to scan, let me see if I can get the link for you. Yeah, I'm trying to navigate since like my computer crashed a bit. So we can get it here, or whoever was able to scan can share it. Let me know if it works. Okay, great. So now I'll continue. So yeah, when you go to the compete part of the challenge, I'll have to multitask, sorry. I need to add more people to the call. Great. Yeah, so when you get to the challenge, you'll be able to see this when you're added. So in case you're not seeing it, we haven't added you to the challenge yet. And again, those people registered through the Luma will be the ones to access this challenge and see it. So it will be called Google Johannesburg Data Challenge. And yeah, you'll be able to see it before we launch on the 29th, but you can only see the data set when the hackathon starts. So this is what it will entail. It will just be maybe the on the information, you'll get to see what the challenge is about. So can you predict which services a household is missing? So this is what I walked you through, just the challenge that you're experiencing. And again, you'll get to use tools from Google Colab to Gemini. We highly advise that you use at least Google materials for this challenge, but yeah, feel free to suggest any other. Also, would really suggest you use the Google Colab. It's really nice, especially if you're training a model that needs a lot of compute. You can at least tune it. That's based on my experience. And also the Gemini is good. You can use it for code to just help you with building the solution. If you haven't joined, it's also here in case you have access to this page. You can be able to join using this Luma. And as I mentioned, we have 50,000 Rand worth of prizes for you. And when you get access to this challenge, you can be able to find the rules. So these rules are quite important because failure to adhere to the rules, you might be disqualified. Okay, we can mute in case, just to avoid background noise. But in case you have a question, feel free to put it on the chat. I'll circle back and you can raise your hand after the presentation. Yeah, so the rules will be, you can form a team of up to 4 people. So in case you know each other from this call, you might need to start hitting each other up after the call to form a team, but you can also work alone. Yeah, so all this information will be shared once you're added to the page, and you can be able to see the rules and all the expectations needed of you. And the data will be here. Once we launch the challenge, you'll be able to access the data and the files and everything needed. And when you're participating, here is where you're going to show up. So we'll be able to see how you're performing during the hackathon as we continue. So that is how the platform looks like, and it's going to be very easy to access. And in case you have any questions, again, the mentors will be there to support you. And yeah, feel free to also interact with, I can just show you briefly here. Okay, maybe another challenge, because this one, since it's closed, you won't. Okay, let me just actually show you the practice challenge you can look at as you prepare for the challenge. So we have a challenge called Zindi Financial Inclusion in Africa. So when you join and just search practice, and I can also put it on the chat and we'll also share it after the session, you can just click on this challenge and yeah, you can be able to look into it because it will help you just build the fundamental skills that will help you in the main challenge. So here, again, the data will be placed here. You can download the data. And you can also be able to form a team. So once we add the data and we add you to the challenge and the challenge is live, you can be able to see team. So here is where you're going to put your team. So just put the name, maybe Joburg Pro, and then you create a team. And then you can invite members of your team who have registered on Zindi to join, and then you can be able to do your submissions. So that's how you form a team that you'll be able to see it on the day of the challenge. Yeah, and in case you put in your submissions, you'll be able to see them here. So that's all you would need to have or know about submitting for now. But in case you have any questions, again, we'll be happy to assist you on the day. So I'll just check the chat if there's any question before I continue. Okay, so there's a question on, would love to team up with or with any aspiring or junior data analyst. Okay. Okay, anyone who is looking to form a team, hopefully for this challenge, feel free to reach out to them. And how will this work? Okay, so you'll need to be physically in Johannesburg for this, to be able to participate in this challenge. So I hope you can make maybe some arrangements to be at the venue for the hackathon. but it's really preferred that you be there in person because it will be only open to those who join in person for the hackathon in Johannesburg. We think could, yeah. So open to South African nationals only or to all participants across Zindi. It's mostly open to all participants, but who can be able to join in Johannesburg. Yeah, so most of them, most of the participants will definitely be from South Africa. Those who stay around, able to get to the venue and attend physically. Yeah, okay, so I'll just follow up on other questions on the Q&A section, but the hackathon will be one day. Yes, we'll start early in the morning and hopefully by evening we'll be done, and we'll share the next steps after that. So it's only on the 29th. Great. Anyone who has a question on the platform, you can raise your hand. Ivy, I can put the link again on the chat so that you can be able to navigate to the Luma. Okay, nice. Thanks, Umanga. Yeah, so if we don't have any questions on the platform, again, we'll be there to support you, so don't worry. And yeah, don't worry about that. We'll be able to walk you through that, but still just join the platform and navigate and see what's there, and you'll be comfortable enough. It's a very seamless and simple platform to navigate. Yeah, so this is how you need to prepare before the launch. So you need to RSVP again for the launch event via Luma. So the link we have been sharing, the QR code we have been sharing, again, as has been emphasized, it's very important. And then you also need to create an update to your Zindi account. Just sign in so that once we have added you to the challenge, you can be able to just get started. You can be able to form a team, see the data. Yeah, so just join so that it's easy for you, not waste time during when you're starting the hackathon. Yeah, you can also get ready to just, set up your collab notebook. It's as simple as just clicking collab new notebook, and then yeah, you'll be good. But at least navigate it if you don't use it often, just so you know how to run cells and import different libraries. Yeah, just test it out. And again, as I mentioned, you can practice through the challenge I shared, the financial inclusion challenge. Again, we'll share this information after the call. So feel free to bring your laptop and arrive on time. So again, we'll start at 8 a.m. So please be on time, no African timing. And yeah, in case you don't have a laptop or something might have happened to it, we'll have a lab that can be able to cater to that. And yeah, refresh on your basics. Again, you can just do the practice challenge and you'll be able to navigate it. And if you're thinking about joining a team, please do so. And you'll be able to network during the day. So don't worry about it. You can be able to form a team from there. Yeah, so for community support, you'll have mentors available from Google and Zindi. And in case you also want to ask a question for the whole community who will have joined the challenge, we have a discussion board on that challenge. It's called the chat. You can be able to push your question there, and anyone who's participating can be able to answer the question for you. Yes, up to there, any questions that you may have? Okay, Simanga is answering some of the questions on the chat, so that's great. Yeah, so joining the wait list is definitely is what we want you to do so that we can add you. We'll just need to check in if everyone can participate physically before we admit you for the final challenge. So again, if you're able to attend physically, that would be very preferred. So just let us know when we share the inquiry form. Yeah, so again, for the tools that we'll need you to use, it's Collab Notebook, Gemini, and those who finish in the top 10 will be required to submit a well-written, fully documented Collab Notebook of their solution and their code for review. So just have that in mind when you're working on your challenge, because you can be top 10. So just prepare yourself for that submission, and the submitted notebook should clearly explain the methodology, data processing pipeline, model architecture, training procedure, and how Gemini was used if applicable. Yes, so that's most of the information you might need for the challenge and the support that will be there. And maybe just to wrap up the walkthrough for the challenge, this is more than just a data science challenge. As you could see, it's definitely relatable to what happens within the Gauteng region, or Johannesburg in general. So it is an opportunity for you to be able to understand how data impacts like real world urban challenges. So I hope you do enjoy taking part in the challenge. I'll also be there in case you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer. But I will definitely be there to hype everyone up when they're taking part in the challenge, because I know it's going to be very impactful, and we need all the energy for the whole day to be able to create our solutions. So the next step is, again, RSVP, and then create your Zindi account, prepare your tools, maybe be familiar with Gemini, just to use it for the challenge, or any tools that you may need. And then, yeah, bring your laptop and come ready to learn, build, and collaborate with others. Please do collaborate with others and network with others, because you get to learn and build. You just build that relationship where you can be able to work on challenges together and, learn something from each other, something new every day. So up to there, do we have any questions that we need to tackle? I think Simanga was helping me out. So what is the max number of team members in a team? So the max number would be 4 people in a team. Oh, sorry, Ramin. We'll definitely plug you for other challenges, but we really do need the participants for this challenge to be in Johannesburg. So we might not be able to have you for the challenge, but yeah, we'll refer you to other challenges on Zindi you can work on. Any other question? Anyone who wants to unmute and say something, or a question they might have? I think all the questions have been answered. Yes, Celine Dile.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know if I'm audible.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask, with the Zindi account, do I create it now, or I need to create it on Saturday?
You can create, oh, sorry. Yeah, you can create it now, because we have the practice challenge that I was referring to. So with that practice challenge, you'll need to have an account to download the data, so that you can at least practice before the day of the hackathon. Let me just put the link here, even as you wait for communications from the team on the challenge again. So this is the link. It came full. Okay, yeah. So that's the link. So once you register and you have your account, you can click on it and start looking at the data, how it looks like, how you can handle such a challenge, and you'll be able to at least approach the challenge that we have for you on Monday successfully. There was another hand up from Fatima, if I'm not wrong. Don't know if we answered your question. Hopefully we did. Okay, any other question? Because that's the end of our info session. We won't get into the details of the challenge, because we want you guys to, put in the work. So yeah, during the Monday session, we'll be able to highlight what you need to know about the challenge, and then you can get started. But for now, you just need to use the practice challenge, and you're going to be good. Some people still joining. Okay, so happiness, the challenge will be only on the day of the hackathon, the 29th of June. So it's expected to run only for that one day. Yeah, so when you come in early in the morning again at 8 a.m., once you are registered and settled, we do our check-in, do an icebreaker session where we get to interact with each other briefly and enable you guys to form a team. We can get started on the challenge until evening. I'll communicate the exact end time and then the next steps after that. And as also just mentioned that we have like another Google event happening after that, Google Cloud event. So we're going to communicate more around what will happen after the challenge in that essence. But it's only one day. It's a one-day hackathon. So yeah, you need to bring the monster drinks and energy drinks for the challenge. Yes, Celine Dile.
Hello once again. I'm sorry, Banja. So I just wanted to ask, those who are registering now, they are on the waiting list. So I just want to understand, do they need to wait for the confirmation that they are in, or they can just come without receiving the RSVP? I think I got lost somewhere there. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so all those who joined through the waiting list, I know most of you had already RSVP'd before the waiting list closed off. So what you're going to do is you're going to check like who is able to join physically for the session. So as mentioned, I think Ramin may have registered, but he's in Pakistani and can't be able to join for the challenge. So we might need to swap with those people who would be able to join for the challenge. And all this will be communicated before the day so that you are able to prepare yourself to come in. So we'll let you know beforehand so that you can also come for the physical event. So that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, great. Yes, it's closed for the moment because we haven't allowed anyone to join. So once our challenge is up, we are going to communicate and add everyone who will be there on the day, and you'll be able to register and you'll start seeing, you'll be able to see the info page and all that once that is done. So yeah. But I'm happy to see that you guys are excited and also really proactively looking to start to join the challenge. So yeah, just give us a bit of some time within this week and you'll all be sorted with the right communication. Nice. If there's no other further question, thank you so much. I think this is from Nehali, me, and Simanga who are here from the team. We are really excited to have you join us in person for the hackathon. Yes, please bring all the energy you have. We are ready to, interact with all of you, network, and definitely have a great challenge. Bring in your brains and, just go and practice because it's going to be a hot environment for learning when we come. So looking forward to seeing everyone. And Asante Sana from Kenya. I think there was a question. I don't know if, okay, someone had their hand up, but in case you have any question, again, we'll be reaching out. And yeah, we think coders here too, yay, nice. So you see, we have a really packed and exciting session preparing for you guys, and an amazing space, by the way. I have seen, that's a beautiful space that you need to be able to join us in person and see, and also use for the hackathon. So yeah, see you next Monday, and yeah, let's keep the enthusiasm there. Let's practice, and yeah, tuonane. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Yeah, if you're able to make it to Johannesburg, if you live in Durban, I don't know how far they are, but yeah, you can be able to do it. Yeah, so bye for those who are able to get all the information they need. I'll just tackle those who have their hand up as we finish. Yes, Samiko? Samiko, you have...
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to know, with terms of teaming up, is there going to be some kind of platform between now and the hackathon day where we can kind of interact and get to know each other, or is it better to just like meet on the day and team up there?
At the moment, we do not have a platform that you can do interaction, but I can run it by the team and see how we can be able to do it. But even on the day of the hackathon, we can do a quick icebreaker where you can interact. I see people already on the chats calling on each other. So maybe some familiar names, you'll see them on the challenge or on the day, and you can team up quite easily. But we'll get back to you in case there's something we can do beforehand.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks. Okay, great. Thanks, everyone, and do have a great evening. Keep warm and looking forward to seeing you on Monday. Bye.